Hello, my name is Anne-Maria Newham. I am the Executive Director of Nursing, AHPs and Quality, and it is my great pleasure today to do a small quiz with you all. And this is really just in preparation for the CQC, the Care Quality Commission, doing an inspection of our services. So we know that they can inspect at any time, at any point, and they don't have to give us any notice. We know that they've done several inspections in the last 6 months. We've had a couple in adult mental health, and we've also had one at Rampton as well. So this is really just a bit of fun, but it is also to see whether or not you think you know the CQC. So can we have the next slide, please? So the question I'm putting to you now is, so this is a multiple choice question. The CQC has a role in number 1, register those who want to provide health and adult social care services. Number 2, monitor, inspect and rate services and carry out thematic reviews. Number 3, ask providers to improve and enforce if necessary. And 4, provide an independent voice on the state of health and adult social care in England. So I want to know the answer. Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4, or is it all of them? What do you think? So answers, and let's get the answer to this then. So the answer is all 4. All 4 are correct. The CQC has a much bigger responsibility and role than we often think. So they have the ability to register our services, and we have to register all of our services with them. They monitor and inspect us, which is the big thing that we tend to know about. They could also have an enforcement ability where they can enforce upon us, so they can stop us taking admissions, they can stop us doing any of our services, and they can actually close a ward. And they also have the independent voice where they seek to understand what people think about our services. Next slide, please, which is the next question. So the CQC created the fundamental standards. We talk about fundamental standards a lot. This is what they inspect us on. Is that yes or no? Did the CQC create them? And let's get the answer. No, they didn't. They actually didn't. The fundamental standards came about by the government as part of the changes recommended by Sir Robert Francis following the Mid-Staffs Trust issues, concerns that were raised. They set in law a clear baseline below which care must not fall below, and that's really important for us to understand what they are. So the CQC created the guidance which helps us meet those fundamental standards, but they came about because of Sir Robert Francis's Mid-Staffs report. So the fundamental standards became enforceable by the CQC from the 1st of April 2015, and they used them to inspect us. Okay, so the next question. The CQC inspectors always look for good practices when they inspect our services. This is a really interesting one because this is how people feel about inspectors when they come to their services. So is this true or false? CQC inspectors always look for good practice when they inspect our services. And the answer is true. They do. They absolutely come and look to see whether or not we are good. So when they decide on the rating for services, the inspection team first asks, does the evidence demonstrate a potential rating of good? If yes, does it exceed that standard? So therefore, are we outstanding? And if no, does it drop below, which then gives us requires improvement or inadequate? So the next question. Fill in the blank. There are fundamental standards, which are the standards below which care must never fall. So this is the number I'm looking for. I'm looking for how many fundamental standards are there which we must never fall below. And the answer is 13. So there are 13 fundamental standards, and each and every one of these applies to the care that we deliver. These are really important, and I think that people often relate to the 5 domains that CQC inspect us on, but actually these fundamental standards are really important. They are equally as important as the 5 domains. These fall within all of those areas, so this is important for you to understand. So when they look at the care we are delivering, at the communication that we give to our patients, our carers and our service users, this is what they look for in all of that. Next question. Do we have a winner? And the winner is patients, carers and staff. They are all winners. If we can consistently meet the fundamental standards, then we are delivering exactly what we should be. One of the things I just want to leave you with is this. Most of the organisations that get outstanding have not really done anything more over and above than what we do. But what they do is they do the fundamental standards well. They do the basics very well. So there's no reason that we can't do the same. I just want to say a big thank you, and I hope that you've enjoyed doing a little bit of fun with the CQC and what it's all about. Thank you.